What up? What up? Hold on, I don't need the to-do list because this is not a Sunday night live stream. You know what I mean? Happy Tuesday. I'm just popping in because, boredom, and I'll be editing a little bit here and there. Um, yeah. What up, Diosa? Um, I'll be yapping a little bit. Oh, sorry, this is the Discord there. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. What did last dive bar just say in our Discord? Very quick, but that's Gabriel right there just grabbing a ball. I will react with Richard and Bay Area throwbacks. And let's throw the Gabe in there too. So join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Actually, let me move the Discord. All right. What up, Vince? Yeah, I'm going live sometimes when I'm bored to edit. It's not an official live stream. Although I am better than Kai Cenat, so maybe I'm just a streamer now. Maybe that's just how it goes. 2 minutes left in the fourth tie game. If the Valks win, they will clinch the 6th seed. Nice. I just got home. I have not been watching anything. Biden Modesto Nuts was a great video. Thank you, Vince. Appreciate that. It's funny, like, some videos, man, like, when I make them, I just feel like they're trash. Like, when I film them. So, I really, honestly, thought the video was going to be terrible. Like, I didn't film a whole lot because it was so hot. I was, like, dying, and I didn't want my camera to be all overheating and all that. So I really didn't film that much. Like, if you can see, if you watch it, like, there's really not that much of, like, the game stuff. Most of it's like the end of the game and the after the game. So, like, I really was kind of disappointed in myself. I was like, man, like, I should have filmed more. This is gonna suck. But then when I filmed or edited, I was kind of like, man, this is kind of cool, man. I like this video. And so I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. If that made any sense. Definitely gotta react with Richard. What up, JD? I'm live. Funny story. Turns out I'm actually allergic to Seattle. I got back yesterday and today I'm sick with a fever. Oh my goodness, dude. Seattle got you, man. They got you one way or another. So I posted it in the Discord, but I did go to Taco Bell to get my chili cheese burrito. I've been waiting on it for a long, long time. I got it. It was good. The chili was a little too, like, runny. So they really got to dial that in. I know this is day one, right? It's kind of like a soft launch, so I'll let them dial it in, but they're gonna need to dial that in. And sorry if on the video my screen is way over here. So that's why I'm, like, looking so far away. Because I have Adobe Premiere right in front of me. You know what I was thinking? Like, sometimes algorithms are so good with, like, targeted ads and stuff. It's like, man, how do they know that I like this? Like, how do they know I want this? Like, they know me, right? And then other times it's just like, why me? So, like, literally for like a year, at least a year, off and on, but it'll come in waves. And it's like every other ad. I will get this ad for a hat company, which makes sense, right? I love hats. I'm a hat guy, right? I do hats. But it's a hat company specifically for guys with big giant heads. It's like I don't have a big giant head. I got a peanut head, if anything. Gabriel probably has a big giant head. He should be getting the ads. But me, I got regular old little head. Whatever that is. But I'm just like, why do they keep sending me this ad? Like, and the thing is, I pretty much never, unless it's something like really messed up, I will pretty much never like click don't show me this ad or don't do this, but I don't like this or blah blah blah. Like I don't vote on things or anything because I don't want them to know a thing. Like they gotta work. They gotta work for my data and figure me out, right? Because they're already stealing our data everywhere. So they gotta work. I'm not doing the work for them, dude. So when I see those ads, I don't like click don't show this ad anymore or whatever. I don't do that because I don't, But I'm just like, why do they think I got a big old fat head, dude? It's like, is the AI scanning my pictures and they're like, man, this kid's got a noggin on him. Send these ads, Deliver these ads to him. This kid's got a cranium on him. I don't know. Maybe I'm too close to the camera sometimes. I don't know. Friday night, I was doing my drinking and watching some of your videos. Going back to your videos, it's crazy how much less views you get nowadays. Feel like it has to be YouTube. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Nobody likes what I do. Looks like you need to do a video on the history of the Taco Bell chili cheese burrito. You have to keep this live going till at least 11:30 so you can go to sleep to my voice, dude. So much of my voice out there, and that's a lot of pressure. I get it though, I totally get it. Streaming on a Tuesday, right, guy? I don't even know if the Ballers are doing a playoff game giveaway. I feel like I saw something, but maybe not. Ask in the Discord. Ask Last Dive Bar. They're in there, and they've been helping with a lot of the giveaways, so they might know something. I feel like I saw someone post something though, but I haven't been paying attention. Anyways, let me get this big old noggin back to editing. So this video, I don't know what to do with, man. This video's almost a year ago now that I filmed this on my birthday at medieval times. And I'm trying to finish it. I got a lot of it done. Like, this is the main video right here. If you can see. This is the main video. And then all this is just extra footage. The green is cell phone footage. But it's really long. Like there's too much. I mean, I can chop a lot of this down. This is not final. And there's empty spots and all that, but like it's up to 25 minutes. Like I cannot do a medieval times video that's 25 minutes long. You know what I mean? So I gotta there's a lot of scenes in here or whatever that I gotta cut out. Like maybe this, maybe me eating an eclair. Me and my niece had a blast though, and what I tried to do is like, just because I like torturing myself, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't just do the experience. I actually got these whole segments where I talk about the history. So if you can see down here, this purple right here, this is all narration where I tell the story. I tell the history of like dinner theaters and the history of medieval times. And, it's like I didn't want to just do a regular video. I wanted to actually kind of tell the history of dinner theaters. So I don't know, man, but it's long. I got to chop it down for sure. But I highly recommend medieval times. I didn't even I had wanted to go my whole life. And this place is right across the street from Knott's Berry Farm. So, like, I've driven by it, a zillion times, but never went. And me and my family, we would always talk about going, and then we never did. So, last year, I was going to be down there. That week was my sister's wedding, and it happened to be my birthday also. So, I drove down on my birthday. Oh, I think I told this story on the live stream when it happened, but I think it was the last game in Oakland video. I was trying to finish it before I left on this trip to Southern California, and I finished the video and I started uploading it and I started driving to LA and I was like almost to Gilroy. Or maybe not Gilroy. Maybe like Morgan Hill. I was like past at least South San Jose. I can't remember exactly where I was, but I was kind of far. And now I was like Gilroy and I was watching the video back that I was uploading and there was a big error. There was a big part where the effect messed up. It was like a 5-second part. And I was like, oh my God. So I turned around and drove home. I was like 35 minutes away already. I drove back home, fixed the video real quick, started uploading it again. I had my computer to like, I had it set to go to sleep after like 8 hours. Drove back down and we had a reservation at Medieval Times. So I had to like be there at a certain time. So I'm like rushing to LA to get there in time. And my sister and them were already there. And my niece didn't know I was coming. So I surprised her and it was fun. But yeah, that was this day. So this day I drove down to LA and did all that. I thought you missed a couple. You thought you missed a couple days, Paul? Nah, I'm just Bay Area throwbacks. Bullied me. Got the stream going up on a Tuesday. Modesto Nuts videos A1 Cuddy. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Cousin looks so small. God, time sucks. My cousin? Yo, you mean my niece? Yeah, this was a year ago. And yeah, she's at that age where, it changes quick and it sucks. Valks couldn't get it. Hey, right? Eclair, Wisconsin, probably a lot of cheese. Yeah. You ever see the video of the YouTuber that specifically rooted for the Black Knight to win because the Black Knight always loses? He literally flew from. No, I didn't see that. They didn't have a. They had yellow, red, blue, and green was the bad guy. So I wanted to ask them if they switch it up. Been past Medieval Times restaurant in Chicago. Shot Simple, what up? Insane move? I'm supposed to move? KFC, Chick-fil-A sauce and put it on YouTube. You're live. There we go. I got the chili cheese burrito from Taco Bell. That's what I did. Anyways, Medieval Times is fun. So try to see what I can work on here. I got all this narration. It's kind of, I think the chat's too big there. So I'm like so lost with this video. It's just too much, but I like it all, And plus, like, look at that. Like, it looks cool. It looks cool on camera. We got the light up sword. I mean, come on. It's such a fun show. And so what I was gonna say is, I've always wanted to go like my whole life, but I never went till last year. And it was so much fun. Like, honestly, it was cooler than I expected. Like, they have a hawk. Where is it at? Let's see if I can show you guys. We were yellow, so rooting for the yellow guy. Where'd it go? Dude, look at dancing horses. I mean, what else do you need? You know what I mean? I hope the horses are okay though, you know what I mean? Where's the freaking hawk? Did I delete it? Anyways, they had like a hawk flying around. Oh, here it is. All right. Hawk flying around. The food was actually really good. Here's the chicken right here, if you can see that. I know it's probably really small on their own screen, but It was super cool, man. If you can ever go to medieval times, I highly recommend it. And I also recommend getting a big stupid light up sword. It makes it even funner. And bring your niece so you can talk trash and try to chop her head off. It's definitely worth it. Um, that's my sister and my nephew. That is Brody's mom. Um, there's some clips. I don't know where they are. Oh yeah, these clips from the beginning. My niece was doing way too much this video. She was really trying to be the star of the show. You know? She's really trying to be the star of the show. But she is, though. You know what I mean? She is. So, oh yeah, this with this cool painting I can use. I wonder if there's a way here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Just so I can even reference what I'm saying. It's so weird to edit on one screen now. Because I'm not used to that. Yeah, I hope everyone got a chance to watch the Modesto Nuts video. It was a great time. It was just really hot. And oh, there was a comment. I think it disappeared. I don't know what happened in the comment, but someone was like, what'd they say? They were like, "Oh, not a very good turnout for the last game. Hopefully, the next, if they get another team, they can actually be supported or something like that." And I was just like, I was gonna reply to it, but then like it disappeared. So I don't know if it's there. It might be under held for review. I just haven't looked yet. But like, I just don't get people like that, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, some people just have to say something negative. You know what I mean? Like, I really think it's just it makes people feel better about themselves. Like they just feel like just people feel good being condescending, and I don't get it. And it's like first of all, it was 103 degrees or something like that. It was stupid hot. There was plenty of people there. A lot of people were in the like beer gardens in the shade up top or in the shade underneath. People weren't just sitting in their seats because it was so hot. And because it was so hot, people were filtering in and out. Like there was a lot of people I saw, like families, and you know, it's a small community team. So like a lot of people knew each other, like season ticket holders and stuff. So I saw so many people, all different ages, couples, families, whatever, and they would like say bye to people and be like, "Oh, you know, bye, blah blah blah. We're taking off," you know. Like people were filtering in and out because it was a 103-degree game. Like only crazy people like me are gonna sit there in the sun for the whole game. Uh, and also like the team is being ripped away. They're losing the team. So why would you expect it to get packed? The thing is like with the A's game, yeah, it got packed because it was just such a heartbreak, and it was like everyone tried everything and it didn't work. So might as well pack it and say goodbye, like a final closure. This was just a different thing where it was like, you know, this team just slowly went away and people just decided like to let it go in a different capacity. Um, but like if you see the night game was packed, like the whole homestand leading up to it was packed. Raleigh Fingers was there signing autographs. Like, just people just have to say negative things to make themselves feel better, and it's just weird to me. Like I don't understand people that just go and watch a YouTube video with like the mindset, and they might not even realize it, but it's like they have the mindset of being like, let me find something wrong. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, dude. You know? Coliseum funeral sode. That's cool you were watching it though. It makes me happy that people will like revisit stuff like that. Work and stuff couldn't make it. Really locked in pushing out your backlog vids. I'm trying, man. I haven't been filming much. You know? Like I've barely been filming anything. So like I'm trying to focus on editing. Like right now I have 4 videos that are almost done, and this is one of them. I've been just kind of editing all 4 of them periodically. Schaumburg, Illinois. The food is like very good. Hadn't really revisited that day much. Been too painful really sitting now. It's been a full year. I know. I can't believe it's been a full year. It's the closest I've been to a medieval times. It's super cool. Just do with the camera giving out pins. That's it. That's all. I'd personally enjoy the beer garden. Yeah. Sure you answered, but I thoughts on Moody getting waived. Yeah, I can talk about that. I didn't talk about it yet. For skincare, Tower 28. What is Tower 28? When I was at Angels A's game this weekend in Anaheim, you still heard multiple "Let's go Oakland" and "Sell the team" chants. Yeah, good. Keep it alive, you know. Like I said in the Modesto video, I'm as long as I'm still here and still breathing, dude. I'm doing everything I can to expose these billionaire owners and these conglomerates. Illinois, all right. Yeah, Jake Moody got waived. I mean, it was definitely past time. I don't know why. I mean, I'm surprised he made it through last year, and I guess the team really believed that whatever the injuries were or whatever that he was dealing with was the problem. But obviously he started off really poorly, and so it was time. Obviously, past time. Um, but this is my thing, man. This is my thing, and I already said this in Discord, and I posted this on Instagram. I don't understand the people that are so toxic and insulting. And I mean, I literally saw people, and these are people I'm cool with. Like these are like friends of mine that posted stuff like this. I'm just like, really? And they would like post. They posted the news of like, breaking news: Jake Moody's being waived, and they'd be like, put the middle finger emoji and tag Jake Moody, like tag his actual Instagram. It's like, bro, you hate him that much? I don't even know. I would never even know what his Instagram is. Like, how do you even know what his Instagram handle is? And it's just like, dude, like, it's just so weird to me, man. It's so weird. And that's why I like when athletes punch people in the face, you know? I like when they go into the stands. I like when Lamar Jackson pushed that guy. Like, I I don't get it. Like, my mindset with Jake Moody is like, I feel more sad for him than anything. Because it's like, don't you wish it worked out? Like, we all wish it worked out. We all wished he would have been the greatest field goal kicker of all time. Like, so why, like, people celebrating? It's like, why are you celebrating that we failed and he failed? And this young guy is like, basically failed at his dream. Like, that is weird to me, man. Like, if anything, it should be somber. It should be like, man, that sucks. It didn't work out, but it was time. But instead, people are just like they forget these people are human. And it's like, if you got fired from your little job at Rite Aid or whatever, like, could you imagine if then you went to the internet and the whole internet was just calling you names and celebrating that you got fired? Like, and you didn't do anything except try and fail, which we all do at something. Dude, I even said, on the live stream, I think on Sunday, like, the lady in Philadelphia, again, I no longer use the term Karen, it's played out. But the lady in Philadelphia, like, people were like trying to get her fired from her job. It's like, fired from her job because she was entitled to a dad and a kid for a baseball? Like, that she deserves to lose her livelihood? That is crazy to me. She should be made fun of, sure. But like, because she was clearly in the wrong. I'm not defending what she did. I'm just saying, like, people on the internet just totally forget that humans and have feelings, and like it's crazy to me. Like the lady in Philadelphia, shaming her would do much more for her to like reevaluate her behavior than just like getting her fired and stuff. That's just gonna make her be more. That's gonna make her be able to play the victim. It's just stupid, man. And it's like, and same thing with Jake Moody. It's like, bro, he tried, he failed. It hurt our team. It hurt him. It hurt his family. Like, no, there's no winners here. So what are you celebrating? Like, it's just stupid, you know. Um, Sports fans are incredibly toxic. Yeah, I hate when athletes aren't personable with fans, but the way Moody gets treated makes sense. Sometimes they stay distant from fans. They know if things go bad, fans will turn on them quick. Yeah, I'm the same exact way. I feel that 100%. Cause like when players are like weird to fans or whatever, I'm just like, ugh, like come on, man, like be cool with fans. But then you're right. It's like you don't have to hear all the things you hear. Like if you play basketball, you miss a shot, and suddenly people are sending you death threats and like calling you all these names and like cause you cause you failed. And the thing is, like, if Jake Moody just didn't care, if he was just like, all the reports were coming out like, oh, he's not even kicking in practice, like he refuses, or he's doing this, or he's like, but he's not, dude. He just tried and failed, which we all do. So it's like, yeah, it was time to move on. I wanted to get rid of him, but like that doesn't mean I'm like celebrating someone's downfall that didn't do anything wrong. It's weird. It's weird to me. Right on, Vince. Human element comes into play with Moody. I don't get the bashing. I know fans will be fans, but grow up, people. 100%. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But yeah, 100%, bro. Like they're people. I don't get like sending middle finger emojis because he didn't play football good. You know. And I hate the mindset of like, well, they get paid millions to take it. Like, no, they get paid millions to try to be good at football. He failed at it. That's that. Pop needs to get folks smacked up again like the old days. Yeah, I agree. That's why I love when athletes punch fans that deserve it. Fans that deserve it, of course. Um, yeah, the Niner fan DM'd Buda Baker like horrific racist things. Like, dude, there's part of me, man. So like my my stepdad was big into technology, so I got lucky that when I was a kid, we adopted a lot of technology early, and that included a home PC that my stepdad built. So I really got to kind of experience like the early days of the internet all the way through today, and like the it's so weird because back in the day it was like the Wild West, but on the surface most people didn't take things that far. It felt like maybe this is just rose tinted glasses. I don't know. But like now the fact that everyone's connected, I think like before the internet gave everyone a platform, which is great, but there was still some hesitation because it was new. And now there's no hesitation. It's normalized. So these people think like they can just say whatever they want to whoever they want because they can't do that in real life. And now that we're all connected, like you can just say horrific things to someone's inbox because you didn't like how they played a game. And that's just so weird to me. And so part of me, it's like I hate to say it, but part of me like wants the internet. You have to like register for it. Like yeah, it's like a driver's license. Like I just don't think everybody. I don't know. It's hard because it's like I want the freedom of the internet, but the fact that so many people take advantage of it for terrible things, Even obviously worse things than that go on the internet, right? Um, there's a comedian today. I think it was today. This comedian, he's been on like Joe Rogan podcasts and stuff. He just went down for some pretty horrific things dealing with children on his computer. So it's like, is our freedom of the internet worth putting up with all this toxicity and all these horrific crimes, or making these horrific crimes easier? It's like, there is part of me that's like, man, just make us register for it. Like, you have to get an internet license. Or at least, like, I wish, like, you had to put a name and a face to everything you say. Because, like, I said that for some of the comments I was replying to. I think it was with the when I cursed the Vegas ballpark site. People were saying crazy stuff, and I was just like, put a name and a face to it, because they're just behind anonymous accounts, you know. It's like, put a name and a face to it. Like, stand by what you say. Like, to me, and obviously everyone who doesn't have a name and a face on their accounts or whatever, they're not. It doesn't mean they're up to no good. But I don't understand people that do it because they're ashamed of what they're having to say deep down. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that use it to hide, not just because they're like, oh, I don't want the attention or whatever. They're legitimately like, they know deep down that their opinions suck. You know? I don't know. I don't know. Treating him like Ray Finkel. Can with cancel culture, as I think people can right their wrongs and grow from it. I agree. I'm not even 100%. For me, with cancel culture, I'm like case by case basis, because some people deserve to get canceled. You know what I mean? But also, certain things, it's like, do you deserve to lose your whole future and livelihood? Like, because you said something wrong, or I don't know. And obviously it's different from like that dude, what was his name? Brock Turner or whatever. Or like the person DMing horrific racist things. It's like, that's a lot harder to come back from. Um I don't know, man. It's just humans, man. Humans are just so difficult. Why? Why can't we just be cool, you know? Why can't we just be chill and just like respect each other and just try to have a good time? But we have all these people trying to hoard wealth, people trying to control people, people trying to, I don't know. Whatever, dude. I didn't want to be a downer. I was just coming out here to edit a little bit. A lot of people talking shit to Moody had dreams of being a football player and didn't play past high school, if that, and feel they would have the right to talk down to someone who made it to the NFL. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, regardless, Jake Moody is still better than 99% of all the kickers. He made it to the NFL. He was drafted for it. Like, you know, I think if she came out and apologized, offered the kid his ball back, I think everyone would be able to see past it. I would hope so, but I've seen. I guess I would be. I don't know, because like I've seen people who make a mistake, maybe like a celebrity that, you know, makes a mistake, and they will come out and apologize, and then everyone just attacks the apology. You know, it's like people love grandstanding, like scoring easy points, like easy moral victory, you know, like people on the internet act like they're infallible. And so, yeah, I've seen a lot of people who try to give a heartfelt apology, and then they just continue getting attacked because people are like, "Oh, I can score easy points and pat myself on the back for being a better person than this person." I don't know. Mouthiest people online, tail tuckers. Yeah, this is similar to how Jimmy G was treated, but way worse. I mean, all of them. Like, there's so many people Kyle Williams, like his NFC Championship game, and he fumbled. Yeah, I was there. It sucked, but like, you know, stuff happens. We all make mistakes. He had a concussion. He shouldn't have been playing. That's on the staff. Like, I don't know. And they have that in some Asian countries, like a credit score. Yeah, the credit score thing seems scary though. Damning horrific stuff after your sports ball team lost. Someone I don't think can be rehabilitated. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Skywalker, what up? Case by case, I think a lot of people are fixable. I think so too. I'm the first to admit I posted stuff I deeply regret. Yeah, I mean, I think I've definitely said things I regret. I was never like a internet troll or anything though. I definitely like made jokes or tried to be funny in ways that I wouldn't now. Um, and I used to do music. There's like certain things I said where I'm like, oh, I would never say that now. And it sucks because then I'll go back and revisit some of the music. I'm like, man, I really like this. And then I'll just say something stupid. No jinxing. No jinxing what? Dang, it's so hard to see the chat from here. Let's go, Giants. She takes some accountability for what she did. The people that matter will be able to see past it. Her employer. Yeah, I would think so. Has she said anything? Has there been anything from her? I mean, I also feel like some of the things that the internet has normalized is just wild to me. Like, I always see on TikTok, and probably because like I'll stop and watch, which is stupid because then they keep feeding it to you. But like, I'll see like young couples. I might have talked about this before, but I'll see like a young couple, like literally either teenagers or 20 years old, and they like are not getting along, or one of them is gets caught talking to some other person, something like that, and then they like do a whole video exposing them, and it's like, yo, you're really gonna put that on the internet forever because you guys like had a failed relationship? I'm not talking about like if someone's abusive and all that, but I'm like, it'll just be like some normal teenage drama, and it's normalized to like film that and then put it online. I'm like, what? How is that cool? Like, we've all been upset. We've all been like angry. We've all made mistakes, and it's so weird that people will just like broadcast that, and just like it's normalized to just like expose people. It's crazy to me. Like the amount of videos that where people just think it's cool to just like film people and put it on the internet with no censoring, no anything. It's like that's a personal problem. Like I'll see like a couple arguing and they'll put it on TikTok. I'm like, that's a personal problem. Like nobody should be just break up and move on. Like what are you doing? Like, that's just gonna live forever on the internet? That's wild to me. But anyways, I don't know how I went from Jake Moody to, you know, high school sweethearts arguing on TikTok, but you know. I don't delete nothing. I could care less what people think or say about me. That's the problem with today. Everybody's too sensitive. Some feelings always get hurt. So I partially agree with that. I just think like, I mean, I don't delete anything. Like the music that, I say things I wouldn't say now. Like I learned from it, so I'm not going to delete it. It was a product of its time, but like I'll also, I don't think it's like sometimes I think people say it's being too sensitive by just learning and correcting behavior. Like there's just certain things I won't say anymore. Um that I used to always say or whatever. Like um I don't know. If they still have a social credit score, still is not being allowed to buy basic necessities. Yeah, that social credit score is messed up. I think I have to go and mod. I was at the Hum Baby baseball live stream and it jumped here. Oh wow. All right, Jenny. Um. Anyways, I'll edit a little more. You know, people are desperate for attention these days. Yeah, that's true. People literally thrive off exposing people. It's really weird and sad. Agreed. It's like some things should just remain personal issues. Like exposing someone in a bad place, even if they're wrong, is weird to me. Like expose someone who's like malicious or abusing a their dog at the park or something, kicking their dog, sure. But like you guys just have a disagreement and you're like, I'm gonna put this all over the internet. It's so weird. Uh, who had a MySpace page with a survey that asked, "Do you think you're attractive?" I had a MySpace page. I don't know if I had the survey. No, she's probably going to cop that now, but it won't make it right. Man, I really want to know if she said anything. Oh, I just saw Jay. I just saw the everyone deleted their Facebook for real. Yeah, that's funny. All right, I should edit. I should edit. All right, but anyways, look, Jake Moody sucks. It didn't work out. It was time to move on. He doesn't deserve hate for trying and failing. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more B-roll because I'm just over here yapping right here. So yeah, it's a lot of yapping. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up with some B-roll. So it's just a couple seconds of yapping. Um, my niece dancing. I'll put that as some B-roll, and I'll keep that part. All right, cool. See, so that's how I can just add some B-roll on top of me yapping real quick. And then this, see, this is the way I think, okay? So this is me and my niece talking, and this is like a big chunk of talking with no B-roll. And I like to keep the visuals moving, right? I keep the visuals moving. So this is a big chunk to just have us talking with no B-roll. But the problem is, I feel like our facial expressions are really funny. So with stuff like this, at least it's funny to me, right? So I think about the memories. Like if I watch this back later, it's funny to me. So I'm like, all right, do I put some B-roll there to keep the visuals rocking and rolling, or do I let the facial expressions and our little funny moments breathe, right? And that is the give or take, right? That's the conundrum, folks. All right, little AI, chili cheese burrito. I can tell by 504 boys. Phil Dawson, man. I would go with Phil Dawson. We get Robbie Goldback. If you had motion in the early 2000s, you knock breezes off MySpace. Yeah, MySpace was fun, man. MySpace was fun. Um, so so I got to think. Is this section? I don't know. Her facial expressions as I'm talking trash to her is pretty funny. So I might just leave it for now. I got crowned. This is too long yapping, and I'm yapping and adjusting my bag, right? So I would like to cover that up with some B-roll. And actually, I might cover it up with this shot of my niece dancing. And here's another thing. I'm just bringing you into the mind of this channel, right? The reason I had put this B-roll here and I was fine with it, but the reason I want to move this B-roll to cover up this part instead of this part is the background is the same thing. Do you see how it's the same thing, just a slightly different angle? So it's too similar. I like to break it up. I try not to jump cut between two very similar shots of the same thing. So look, boom, boom. It's like it's too similar. It's jarring. So I'm gonna move this clip, this B-roll clip, over to this part when I was yapping and pulling my bag. And I can extend it a little too to cover up more of when I was messing with the bag. So now that's better. Now that still means I can use a B-roll clip right here. So I can still find another clip from somewhere outside. So I could do the group shot, or I could do some slow-mo of those. Close-up of... I don't know if I want to do a close-up of that. I could just do the courtyard. Yeah, I don't have too many options here. Oh, here we go. I do one of these. This is kind of cool. The tower. Or the turret. You know? The turret. Giants won. Storm beat the Valkyries. I posted a video on TikTok I thought was going to do really well, and it did not. So, I'm very upset about that. I'm going to talk about it next Sunday also. I don't want to talk about it now because I'm not ready, but the Dodgers are building this new minor league stadium and facility for a new team in Ontario, California. And it's one of the reasons that the Modesto Nuts are moving. So Diamond Holdings, who bought the team, they're shuffling like 3 teams around. And it's ultimately leading to the new Dodgers minor league affiliate having this brand new ballpark. And it's just incredible. It's one of the most incredible. And I think it's going to be single A, which is even more incredible. It's going to be like a single A facility that's basically like a triple A facility. And it just goes to show, like, an organization like the Dodgers, like, you know, they actually support their system. Obviously, I get mad that they outspend everyone because they can. But with stuff like that, I love it. And it just makes me sad because the Seattle Mariners, they could have did that for the Nuts, but they didn't. They didn't want to spend $30 million, you know, on basically helping their system grow. Like, whatever. I'll talk about it more next Sunday. So yeah, I'll put this clip of the turret over. So yeah, that looks a little better. And now I don't have the weird clip of it going from this shot to a closer shot of the background. And I got the turret instead. And it's just a cool shot. The sky looks nice, you know? So I don't know if I can put B-roll over this because it's the same thing. We're kind of or high-fiving and stuff. I don't really want to cover this with B-roll. I don't know. Telling me at age 15, Loki learning to code too. Yeah, I used to love coding on my MySpace. The Benjamin Franklin glitter. Pillsbury Doughboy is crazy. Find the OG Crank That Soldier Boy on his MySpace page before it hit the radio. Yeah, that's crazy. You could find like good stuff on MySpace. There's like some really good artists. The team would want to spend money on their future players' development. That's what I'm saying, man. At the same time, though, the Mariners aren't quite what the Dodgers are in terms of wealth. Yeah, not even close, but still, it's an investment on their future. Like, this is literally a place where their biggest stars first got their pro start. Like, it is where right now Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez both got their start. You know, so why would you not want a good facility to develop those players that could potentially make you billions of dollars down the road? And not only that, like I always say though, it's not even about the money to me. It's like it sucks that there's no value in just doing something good for a community. The only people only see value in the dollar amount. They only see value in the profit. It's like if someone was to like, let's say, build an amusement type thing, whether it be a baseball stadium, a theme park, a hiking trail, I don't know, a museum, whatever, and they run that museum for 80 years and then they don't make a profit that whole time. They're like, they're just like breaking even forever. Is that a failure? Like, you gave that community something for 80 years. And there's a lot of people out there like that who see it that way. But these people who own these teams and stuff, and the people who get that filthy rich, they didn't get that filthy rich by thinking about anyone else but themselves. Like, there should be a value, an inherent value to helping people and helping a community. And I told this story on a live stream a long time ago, that there was a story where this landlord was trying to get someone kicked out of a rent-controlled apartment in San Francisco. And these people had lived in this apartment for like 40 years. So they had really low rent. It was like $700-800 a month for like a really, decent sized apartment, especially for San Francisco. And of course, like, the landlord's mad, and some people are defending the landlord, like, oh, how much money they're losing because that place could be rented out for $3,000, $3,500 a month, and instead they're getting less than $1,000, whatever. And I'm just like, is that all that matters? Like, is there no value in the idea that you help someone live a better life for 40 years? Why is there no value in that? So it's like, yeah, the Mariners could have literally spent whatever it was, $30 million to upgrade John Thurman Field, or more than that to find another ballpark in Modesto if it came to that. But not only would it have helped their profits in the long run with player development, and maybe even have a profitable single A team if you make it an actual like destination. Because John Thurman Field, look, it was a ton of fun, and obviously I enjoy it, and baseball fans enjoy it, but there's not a lot to it. So like, if you're not a baseball fan, there wasn't a lot to draw you there. So they could have put money into actually making it a more profitable business on its own, while also having the benefit of your future $100 million players getting better development and having a better, situation to grow and learn the game. Better coaches learning and growing the game. better umpires, learning and growing the game, you know? So I don't know. It sucks that it's just purely always profit, you know? It's funny I'm talking about these serious things with that look on my face on the the video. MSN Messenger. I remember was it ICQ or IQC? I think it's ICQ. Make some email rap lyrics or screen name status. Oh man, the bulletins, the MySpace bulletins, or yeah, the away messages on AOL Instant Messenger. All right, I'm gonna try to finish this video by the end of the week, so I can put it out next week. But there's a lot here that I can chop down. I gave my nephew the sword. He just immediately started trying to stab people. So since this video, I've lost like 30 pounds. So pat myself on the back. I don't know how noticeable it is, but so here's the festivities start. They announce all the nights. They start serving food. The horses start dancing. And then from there, I go into like basically B-roll and the narration about the history of dinner theater. So yeah, this whole little montage, it's kind of long, man. It's kind of longer than I'd want it to be, but that's all right. That's all right. We've got a hawk flying around. I'm just like trying to remember how this video was supposed to go. That's what is hard about like if I pause editing a video or I go to a different video. Sometimes if I wait too long, when I come back to the video, I'm like, wait, how is this supposed to go? Because in my head, I have like a flow of how the video goes. In this video, I cannot remember. All right, then there's another music section. I think this was like action. To eating the corn, you know, action, real action here. Is this? Oh no, this is the build up. More dancing, horses. See, like this whole section, I might be able to chop down real short to save time on the video, because it's like kind of unnecessary. It's just I really like so much of this footage, like you know, slow mo horse dancing. I mean, come on. I want to keep that, you know, but we'll see. And then they do the jousting. It's super cool, man. I definitely recommend Medieval Times if you've never been. And next time I want to do the pirate show. They have a pirate one next door. You guys remember in The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, he goes to Medieval Times? Okay, this is the action. This is the action. This is when all the fights start. Yeah, this, I mean, I gotta chop this down too, but there's like just so much fun footage, you know? Oh yeah, a lot of this I can chop down. It's cool footage, like slow-mo, the nights, you know. This is cool. See, I just love shots like this, man. Like his section cheering him on, you know, after he just was victorious. And then we got our guy, Yellow. And I was getting very, very, very into it. Getting very into it. So this is like, dang, see, I got too many sections. I'm gonna have to chop a lot of this out because I cannot have a 25-minute video. And then this is the end, so okay, you know what? This is actually good. I'm further along than I thought. I have the whole video mapped out. I just have to like chop it down. I did like one clone gag, which I should have did more, but I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show you guys actually. I'm gonna show you guys. Here's a preview just for being here. I'm really proud of this clone gag. Okay? Hold on, what are you guys saying? First thing I ever had like that was AIM. Kids Bop AOL account. Wow. Yeah, go support Chicago. Stunt 101, 50G. Mine was a Disobeyish Sco, I think. Was that AIM? I think that was AIM. Disobeyish Sco. Alright. I'm proud of this duel. This is the intro. This is gonna be at the very beginning. This is the intro. You won't be able to hear it, I don't think. The sound's not on, but you can see it as a preview, okay? I'm very, very proud of my clones. Pretty good choreography for clones, you know? It's a quick moment, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, you know? So, yeah, that'll be fun. And then I have, what else am I editing? Ballers Hot Dogs, Parissima. Oh, I can't do that one yet. I'm gonna try to, what time is it? I'm gonna try to focus on the medieval times tonight. But if this one loads, I also have an old ghost town. An old ghost town. A lot of cool history. I'm not gonna show much, but that one's next, and I got some other baseball history right after that. Right after that. Disobeyous is a classic Messy album. Yeah, it was my favorite. It was my favorite. I have a poster of it signed by him. Speaking of, man, there's like all these videos of him and pictures of him. He's messed up. Sucks. He took the album cover picture right in front of the Port of San Francisco sign, which was the Giants parking lot. All right. So this is pretty much mapped out. So I'm happy. This video is actually a lot closer to finish than I thought it was. So what I might do here, my next steps is to basically start at the beginning of this video and just go through and just find with a fine-tooth comb. And if you can see, hold on. If you can see all the openings, like all the empty areas here, basically I just got to close all these. And I got to push the video to the front. Boom. And then once it's there, I can start chopping it down and getting it closer. And then once I have all that set, I can go through all these extra clips I got. Oops, all these extra clips, which is way less than it normally is. Like here, I'll show you. This is all the clips, unedited. Well, edited a little bit. You can see they're edited a little bit, but this is pretty much all the clips for the whole video. So all these ones left right here. Once this first area right here in the middle, in the well, in the middle of this screen, that's the actual video. And everything over here is all the extra clips that I still haven't used, I might use, I'm thinking about using. I will go through all these clips and just see, basically give each clip, it's like I did earlier with the thumbs up or thumbs down. I'll basically go through every clip and be like, do I need this clip? No. And the only ones that get a thumbs up are the clips where I'm like, I really want this shot to be in the video somewhere. Otherwise, the clip gets a thumbs down and it gets deleted. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Messy is your favorite? I think Mess is my favorite too. Damn, that was the second because they came out the opposite. Disobeyish came out first. You know? Yeah. I really liked Messy Marv before that, but if you remember, like in between or like after the stuff he did with Get Low, like he did hella like LA style music, like more like G-Funk beats and stuff. I don't know if you've listened to all those, which I really liked because I was a big fan of like Dog Pound and stuff. But then it was like Disobeyish was when he really just like, that's when he like stepped into like a Bay Area star. Because before that he was just like in the mix, but he wasn't like a star. And then Disobeyish, he was a star. Oh yeah, Rasputin's. Wasn't crazy about the LA stuff when he went. Oh, did you delete that? But yeah, he did a lot of LA inspired music. See now this clip, like me and my niece dancing and doing the robot. Like I think this is a thumbs up, right? I have to put this in the video somewhere. So I would keep this. Delete the audio though. This I might not keep. Oh, this is fun though. This. So I already did a heel clicker, so I don't know if I need that one. I'll save it for now just in case. And I'll save just this part in case I need a little clip of us sword fighting. Probably not though. I got plenty of them. That's all we're doing all night, you know. And yes, I'm a grown man, and I was swinging around a light up sword with a paper crown on my head. Talk to my lawyers. If you have a problem with it, talk to my lawyers. I'll see you in court. You know, I'll see you in court. And that's that. And this is actually slow-mo. So that's why I was going all crazy. So let me make some space for this. Yeah, Bullies with Fullies album was great. And a lot of people like to hate on it because they like the original Bullies with Fullies with Killa Tay. But Messy Marv is just a better rapper than Killa Tay, so I was cool with it. I like Killa Tay though, but Mess was, you know, another level. The slow mo. hoping it looks cool with the light. Looks pretty cool. Dude, I look dangerous. That's all I know. 30 pounds heavier and dangerous. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous, dude. I'm a grown man. I'm an adult, dude. I pay bills. You know? I gotta do the pirate one. I gotta do the pirate one. I'll take some clips with me and my niece. So these clips, I don't really have a use for them right now, but I'll just save them in case I ever need, you know, if I need B-roll, if I need whatever, uh, just a little bumper. I can have these extra clips. Nobody cared that I was filming. It was fun, man. I really liked it. And we went to Disneyland the next day. It was just a good time, you know. Don't need that clip. I'm gonna keep this for now. The yellow knight, just some of the shots of the knights waiting. The thing is, so what I noticed is this first part of like the ceremony where all the knights were out, they were introduced and whatnot. I over filmed it because it was the beginning, so I was like, you know, I was just anxious and excited, and I just was like, oh, I gotta film, and I filmed this intro part like with this camera with my cell phone. Like I have so many clips of all the knights just sitting on their horses in the introduction ceremony. So I don't need all these clips most likely, but I will keep them for now just in case because I still have so much work to do on the main part of the video. But I pretty much filmed like this whole intro ceremony. But see, that's a really cool shot. You got like so many of the sections, and you got the king and queen. Oh, this is a better shot. Actually, I needed a shot of the king and queen, so I'm going to save that shot for sure. That shot. This. Nobody's looking. My niece is putting her crown back together and whatnot, so I can delete that. I don't need that shot. A lot of bouncing around here. I can delete all this. And this right here is kind of cool. I can save that. The Master of Ceremonies riding off. So I'll save that for now. And then some of the paintings on the wall. And this is slow-mo, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in slow-mo. And this is just extra B-roll in case I need it. All right. Couple extra clips there. So this is like, I can go through. I basically do this process 100 times. That's basically how I do my videos. I just go through everything. Do I need this? No. Turf politics? Yeah, turf politics was super LA. Turf politicking. How much could you bench? Me? Not much. I'm freaking small. Tear gas. I think, yeah. I I still like have a I still have a an affinity for his first album cuz I'm the Mac from the Bay. It was a lot like a Mob Figures album. The Mob Figures album, the first one is incredible too. I was just listening to FedEx when I went to Taco Bell actually. That's funny we talked about it. I got my dirt, folks. I think I am going to put it in this bottle. I just have to clean this bottle. I am like sleepy, dude. That's a great album. Great album. Sibo presents. Eating chicken. All right, now look at this. This is all garbage. I don't need this. Delete that whole section. Got the beautiful horse here. I can save some of that. It was funny because, like, if you can see this dude right here, these are the servers, and they come in between the aisles in front of you. So many times, dude, when I was filming, the server would just stand right in front of me. And it's like, it's not his fault. He's just doing his job. But I was just like, of course, of course. There was some moment I missed because of that. I was like, dang. But it wasn't his fault. He's doing his job. What can you do? Like, oh, here's as an example. He's just giving us chickens, dude, and corn. You can't get mad at a dude giving you chicken and corn, Not mad at him. All right, and then this, I don't know if I need any of these individual clips, but you know what I might do? I'm going to try to see if I can turn this into kind of like a time lapse. This whole I think this is before the joust. They're getting ready to joust. So it's like the intro to the jousting. So I think I can, let me see how it looks if I turn it into a time lapse. Frame bending. Let's do 2000. Actually 2500, 2600. That might be too much. See how that looks. Sibo to My Casket Joss. That's a great album too. I like Life as a Rider. What was it called? The one with the cartoon cover. Sibo album. That one was hard too. Preston Castle. Yeah, I miss all those albums, man. R.I.P. Jack. All right, this looks kind of cool. Um, so I did notice like a little bit of a bump right at the beginning. So I'm gonna chop that out, and I'm actually making it a little faster, like 3,500. But it looks cool, and then I could just use that for B-roll. Big Rich. I saw him. I just saw him at an event recently too. Um, yeah, I spent some time around Big Rich. Like I'm not saying we're like close or anything, or friends, but I did some studio time with him at 17 Hertz. Uh, I almost think this should be a little faster even. Let's try 4,500. Yeah, one of my boys like did some beats for him, and I've worked with a lot of artists. I just never. I don't know. I just dropped the ball. I just I'm really loyal, man, and I would rather do things with my people. And sometimes when you're around people that have a name, for example, like Big Rich or whatever, certain people I was cool with, whatever, they'd be like, it's like they would forget their people to just try to cling on. I didn't like that. And I was always like, obviously I'm cool. Like, I worked with a few people. It was around like San Quinn at the show, Spice One, all these people, and I'm cool. I'm like, what's up, Um, but at the same time, I was like, I'm with my people, and that's it. And I want to work with my people, and I would rather spend like whatever money I had, I would rather spend it on us than like spend for a feature or just go out of my way to like ask for something. I didn't want that. I wanted to like do it on our own, and I wanted to just be loyal, but like, you know, I realized I should have not been so, not standoffish, but yeah, kind of standoffish. But whatever, you live and learn. I'm much more social now. I wasn't social back then. But Big Rich is always super cool with everybody. Like he's super nice. Big Rich is cool. Had that one song and video spinning on MTV. Yeah. And yeah, that's the business. Where'd you meet them? Sounds like you held yourself back to be loyal to people who would leave you behind. Yeah, I mean that's kind of, that's the lesson I learned. And it wasn't everybody. It was just I would see people act different when like someone with clout was around, and I hated that. I hated that. And one time I we got so embarrassed cuz this dude that was like he was cool with us, like we were friends or whatever. I don't even know how to say this story, but we did a show with San Quinn, and he came, and 17 Hertz, yeah. Um this dude came and was like acting like a groupie around San Quinn, and like this was like around the time he dropped what was it, From a Boy to a Man, and then The Rock or whatever. Um and this dude who was a friend of ours that we brought was kind of acting like a groupie, like trying to sit near San Quinn. It felt like all this weird stuff, and so we were just hella embarrassed by that. And then another person, I can't say too much. Not that I'm like scared to. It's just I just I'm too past it cuz I've already aired it out. But another person who I grew up with, you know, would work with some of these artists and stuff, and he was in tune with them, but then like he would just forget the people he was with whenever those other people were around. And it was like, bro, like that's weird to me. And so just I didn't want to be like that, so I just went too extreme the other way. And then I know another friend that kind of did the opposite. Like he tried to get some features and stuff, and then he never like released them because he was like waiting for things to be perfect. I think he did a song with Jacka. He did a song with he had a Tracks a Million beat, like, and then he just like didn't put it out for years. It's like, damn. So anyways, whatever. You live and learn. I should have been more open minded, you know. Cause some people like San Quinn is hella cool. San Quinn is hella cool. Big Rich is hella cool. Messy Marv was hella standoffish, and he was my favorite artist, so it was always weird. But I was never a groupie. But I met him a few times, and he was always standoffish. Like he just seemed hella paranoid about everything. Um, who else? Spice One was hella cool. Um, Jacka was hella cool. Actually, he was hella nice to people. Filthy Rich was standoffish when he was new. So we did a show, and Jacka performed, and Jacka brought on Filthy Rich. This is when Filthy Rich, I don't even think he had put out an album on Livewire yet. And Jacka just showed him love and just gave him a song to do on the show. And he like introduced him like, this is an up and coming artist type thing. Like, um, yeah, Jacka was like did nothing but show love to people. That's what made it so sad when Jacka got killed. And of course, Mr. Fab is super cool. Like Mr. Fab's super nice to people. Uh, Jamaican Shower Posse. I just hated how poorly mixed that was. That mixtape was. I don't know if I need all these clips. But look, I'm cool with how a lot of it turned out. I mean, I do have regrets, but like when it comes to music, like I would rather be doing my goofy YouTube videos and doing music. I do miss making music a lot though. Especially especially whenever I hear like a new female R&B singer, cuz that's what I always wanted to do. That's like my unfinished business. I always wanted to do a female R&B album, executive produce it. That's always what I wanted to do. And I had two singers I was working with, and both of them just like fell off. One of them got pregnant, stopped coming to the studio. But we had some dope songs. Like we had some good stuff written. Just didn't happen. Do some more like little time lapses, little fake time lapses with these long clips, just so I have something. Dude, I think I remember that. I never really listened to Joe Blow. I never really liked him. Um, he was always really just like kind of boring to me. His music, and then the whole thing with AWACS obviously was. But I think I remember hearing that. I remember someone telling me something about that. Was it that? There's smoke alarm. I think it was him. But yeah, man, I don't. That like that hurt a lot of Bay Area. Like whenever the Bay Area had some motion with music, I think a lot of it was hurt by just the lack of quality control. Cause even the artists that would have buzzes, they would pump out these terrible projects. Like even Keek, like when Keek had uh like 3 Times Crazy was like well known. 3 Times Crazy was popular in the hood. And then he got popular in the whole Bay, regardless of hood or not, with like white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nikes. It started, here comes Keek the Sneak, and then white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nikes. Originally, I remember it was called Coke White t-shirt on the bootleg that got leaked before E40 was on the song. But that got him out of just the hood. Now the whole Bay was rocking with him. And then Super Hyphy like blew him up further. And then after that, he just did these like really there was Copium before that too. Copium was big. And then um Super Hyphy was huge. And then he just pumped out these like terribly mixed projects. And I think it was like, I get it, like they're always like the Bay Area hustle, like, you know, we slang these albums, but it was like over time though, like you just lose like fans' trust. And that was always, I always hated like, you know, when there'd be like a nobody artist nobody ever heard of that would do like a duo project with a big rapper. So it'd be like one of the big rappers and some guy you've never heard of. And then that was like the last project you ever heard from that person. It was just like they just paid, you know, whichever rapper to do this album. It's just like you lose trust with fans when you do stuff like that. You know? I give credit to some people, like I think they lasted through the storm because of it, like Mr. Fab, because he did a lot of projects, but he like mixed them all well. Like you knew it wasn't gonna be like terribly mixed. But then a lot of the mob figure stuff, even Jacka, like he put out some really bad projects. But then he would come back with like the one with La Rue was dope. 20 bricks. But yeah, some of those mixtapes and stuff, they're just so poorly mixed and the quality control wasn't there. And I think that just overall hurt everything. And that's the thing, like with Messy Marv, like Disobeyish was like crazy. The production, the mixing, the mastering, like it was a beautiful sounding album. And then Bandanas, Tattoos, and Tongue Rings, same thing. Like it sounded like a mainstream big record, whereas a lot of the other people weren't doing that. And I think that's one of the reasons that Messy Marv like got bigger, because it was like his project didn't feel like just some random mixtape you have on your headphones. I don't know, I'm just yapping at this point. Brother Ben's friend dad directed the Super Hyphy video, was involved with it somehow, but his friends were the white kids in the video and it was shot at our middle school. That's funny. Didn't they do 2 videos for that too? Was it that one? I think they did like a cheap, quick video, like in a studio, and then, when the song blew up, they went back and tried to do like a bigger budget video. Yeah, I think that was the one in the school. Noise and yelling, yeah. I mean, dude, the what Thiz did when Thiz was giving everybody that showed up a record label was crazy. Zestways. Dude, I love Zestways, but it's mixed so bad. That whole project is mixed so bad. And they just have all the animal sounds. It's like, man, that song would be. I feel like that song could have been so much bigger. Because you got to understand, like, when you keep a song, when you have a song mixed that poorly, it's only like the real true fans will like get past that to enjoy the song. So yeah, there's lots of people in the Bay Area who love Zestways, but people outside of that bubble, when they hear it, they're gonna be like, "This is trash." You have to have good presentation. You have to have good production. You have to have a good product to break out of that bubble. And so many Bay Area artists were content with just staying in their bubble. That's how Major and Rich Burner wound up. Still remember that first drought season. Yeah, dude, the drought season, I give Burner credit. When drought season came out, he was made fun of so much. They even released or someone edited drought season the burner list version, and it was only Jacka's verses. And that's how much Burner was hated on. But he just kept dropping projects and he outlasted it and he grew past that. So I give him credit for that. Remember that Big Thiz takedown? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Thiz was like anyone with a heartbeat, you could get a Thiz deal. It was crazy. It was like Thiz, whatever. All you show up and just have some gimmick of like, I'm riding the short bus or I'm doing this or that, and they would have gave you a deal. It's like Thiz Dragons. It's crazy, crazy times. All right, I'm not gonna use any of these shots only because a lot of these people that came to my birthday, I don't know. I don't even know their names. They were just invited. Um, so they're in some of the other clips, but it was an awkward moment, so I'm not gonna put it in the full video. But I have all these extra clips that I can do like a VIP extra. And don't ask me why people I didn't know were invited to my birthday. Figure it out. Call my lawyers. I really feel like, speaking of all that, like Huss could have been huge, but he just didn't even try. He wouldn't even write verses. He would just go in and just say stuff. And I felt like he had all the like charisma and stuff, the voice. He had everything to be a huge artist, and just he was just content, just doing his thing. You know, like he had the hype after like the whole prison thing. Hustler could have had it, man. He could have had it. Like cutting it up, Zest ways, all that stuff, man. And it's like he finally put out the one album where he had the flat top with the graffiti on the cover. And like it was good, but it wasn't mixed good. Like it's like, man, after all these years, I still like the album, but like, yeah. I like the album from a few years ago. Or it's from like 2018. I remember it came out. It came out. Me and my brother were in. We were in Dallas. So funny enough, when I hear that album, I think of Dallas. There's so many clips here. Yeah, these clips suck. I can delete all these. And I can always go back and find them if I really need something. I'll keep the jousting clips. Might be able to use those. Dude, I'm watching Andor right now. All right, this is my thing. Andor is everything I always want in a Star Wars project. It's not overly fanciful. It's more grounded. It's more realistic. It's a great metaphor. It's more gritty, and it's also like loosely connected to the trilogies, but it's a peripheral story. It's everything I want from the Star Wars universe, but for some reason I just can't get into it. You know? And I don't hate it. I just, for whatever reason, I'm just not locked in. And part of me doesn't even think it's Andor's fault. I feel like maybe I just can't focus lately. I've been a lot on my mind lately. So maybe it's that. But it sucks because I'm like 5 episodes in, 6 episodes in, and I'm just not locked in. I'm just like I'm not even thinking about it. You know, like when you're really into a show and like you'll be at work and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get home to watch another episode or two. Not feeling it. And it sucks because I put off watching Andor for so long because I knew it was just exactly my type of jam. You know what I mean? So part of me almost wants to just stop watching it and then revisit it, you know, like revisit it like in a few months or something. Come on, Yellow Knight. Get it together, dude. Yeah, so like this was the Yellow Knight fighting, which is our knight, right? So I'm like trying to get these clips and our server like stands in the way. But it's fine. Again, it's not his fault. You know, it is what it is. Freaking Green Knight won because he cheated. He was the bad guy. So did you guys know that medieval times started in Spain, Majorca, Spain? You can learn more watching this video when it comes out someday. These clips can go to TikTok. Yeah, the first medieval times was in Majorca, Spain. It's a touristy area, so the creator he basically based all this on old Spanish families, and like it's based on real families. And the original story, the story's changed a lot because like they refresh it, you know, they refresh it every once in a while and update the effects and stuff. Like here, it's hard to tell, but they spray out like smoke from the sides just to give it more drama. So yeah, they changed the story, but the original story was loosely based on real history of old medieval Spanish families. And there's still, in all the medieval times now, there's still some like nods to a lot of that original stuff. Which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. Shabooba la boopy. Yeah, man. Husk could have been it. '80s album, yeah. Oh yeah, Fighting the Feds is probably the best song on there. Has some classic. Everyone, Ride GTA 100 around the K. Pray for You, yeah. I love Pray for You. Um, he just, he just doesn't care about music, I guess, because he never put like the time and effort into it. But I feel like if he did, I feel like he could have gone mainstream. And there was a lot of Bay artists that could have gone mainstream that just like dropped the ball, like just didn't even try. They were just content just being, Bay Area factors. And it was like, all right, man. All right. And some of them would try, but all they would do was like, they would do like one feature with like a mainstream artist, or they get like a big rapper from New York on a song or something, and then that was it. And it was like, you gotta do more than that. You gotta transcend. All right. All right, should I do one of those streams where I just like count to 1,000,000, or count until I have 100,000 subscribers, and I'll just keep counting forever. I just remember being hella drunk at this girl's birthday party. Her older brother came and was like, "Let me play this for you," and it was "Pray for You." I wasted just listening to that. That's funny. Yeah, "Pray for You" slaps. I remember one time I had this girlfriend and we were at Southland. And if you guys know, Southland has like Highline jewelry. So I don't know if I haven't been over there in 15 years, so I don't even know. But Highline jewelry, like, a lot of rappers would go there. So one time I was there and Jacka came in, and like I didn't know him like that, like I met Jacka a few times and stuff, and he was always hella cool, but like we weren't cool. Like I would be like, "Oh, what up, Jack?" Like it wasn't like that at all. Um, but he showed up, and my girlfriend at the time, she kind of like, she's like, "Oh my god," and she was like, "I'm gonna ask for a picture." I was like, I was like, "No, you're not." Just jealous and young, I was like 20 years old, 21, something like that. I was like, hell nah, you're not gonna ask for a picture in front of me. I'm just gonna stand here while you. And it wasn't just Jacket by himself, he's with a whole group of people. So I'm like, they're not all gonna look at me like I'm a sucker while you. Oh, look, his girl wants a picture. Yeah. I was like, hell nah. So she didn't get a picture with him. I kind of feel bad, but not really. There was this other girl I knew that worked at Southland. She worked at one of the booths, and she was telling me Messy Marv was like trying to get at her. Yeah, there used to always be rappers at Southland. Actually, man, all the Bay Area malls back then, Hyphy era, you'd always see rappers. I miss those days. That's funny. That is funny. Are you back to school yet? Bay Area throwbacks? Back in the class or what? I feel like school always starts early now compared to what it was, but I might just be wrong. Cause when I was a kid, I always felt like school started in September, but now I think it mostly starts in like August. I just feel like that's so early, but maybe not. See Mac Dre riding around Sacramento. Kings games at Arden Mall. That's cool. I don't think I ever saw Mac Dre. If I did, I can't remember. I never met him. But my boy was supposed to do a show with them like a week after he got killed. He was my boy was gonna be one of the openers. So I was gonna go. Obviously it didn't happen. In San Jose. But I remember we were excited because, when he died, he was huge already. Like, he wasn't one of the rappers that blew up because he died. Like, he was huge at that moment. And so we were all excited because, like, freaking Mac Dre. It's funny because, like, I was late on the Mac Dre train. And I remember my cousin was really into Mac Dre and Mac Mall. And I remember he used to always play it. And I liked it. But for some reason, I just never grasped onto it as much until later on. So Mac Dre I didn't get into until like I don't even know what projects, but like 2001, 2002, something like that. I got into Mac Mall earlier than that though. I like Mac Mall a lot. You ruined that one girl's one chance to get a picture of Jack. That's fine, dude. She was mean. She was toxic. I'm a sweetie pie and she was mean to me. Still love going to the mall, still do. It's not the same. My cousin and I would just take the 14 down to Westfield and downtown on the train to Tanforan. Yeah, man. I miss those days. I always really liked Ceremony because Ceremony had like a lot of places I liked. And we would go there, try to go there for shoes. But then Ceremony got bad for shoes because there's just too many Filipinos and they all got into sneakers and then they all had friends that worked at Foot Locker, and that ruined Ceremony for the shoes. So then we started going to Valley Fair in San Jose, and then same thing happened. People started figuring out Valley Fair had it, and then when the Space Jams came out, '09, December '09, me and my boy C's, shout out C's, he did the beat for the intro song for the channel. Um, Me and C's went and waited all night for the Space Jam. So we waited all night and I got pneumonia. I had, I think a few weeks before that, I had like bronchitis. I had a really bad cough and it went away. But I guess like bronchitis and pneumonia can kind of just, it'll still be in your system for like a couple months after you feel better. And so my bronchitis or whatever it was like went away, but then staying out all night in the cold, it brought it back with a vengeance. And I got pneumonia and I thought I was going to die. It was bad. And then in the morning, sees his brother Fred, shout out Big Bread Fred. He was at Ceremony, but then he came down to Valley Fair in the morning to try to see if they still had, there was some specific size he was still looking for. And it was like, it was either a big size or a small size. So he's like, maybe they'll have it. And when he came and met us, we were like looking at a store. By this time, the mall had opened. And I missed out on my size, but I got my girlfriend at the time. I got her size. We were looking in a store and I was looking at like a hat or something. And I just remember like, I just got grabbed. And it was just hella police. And the police grabbed me, C's, and Fred. And searched us. And then they're like, we're searching your car right now. I was like, you can do that? Like, I'm not even at my car. and they searched my car. Luckily, I had nothing crazy going on. And oh, there was one cop that was super cool though. It was like this OG black dude. He searched me and he found I had a pocket knife. It was like a little, not a switchblade, but like a little folding knife. And he just put it in his pocket. And so they take us outside, and I swear to God, there's like 10 cop cars around my car. And I had a Cadillac at the time. I had a Cadillac DeVille on 22s. And they had the whole thing surrounded. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? So they said that someone reported that we showed up with hella guns. And they were like, did you have any weapons? I was like, I had an orange juice from McDonald's. And he didn't like that. And then there, dude, the freaking like captain was there. Like the captain was there. And I guess because this is a couple days before Christmas, I don't know if they're just on high alert, whatever. So I start counting the cops. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he just starts yelling at me, and is like trying to put me in my place. Like, how dare I make fun of their efforts? And he's like, we take it serious if someone's showing up in a mall with guns or whatever, blah blah. And I was just like, is it really that easy though? Can I just call the police on anyone I see and just be like, oh, they have a gun, and then you're gonna come with 10 cops and detain them and make them look stupid in the mall? Um, and then when it was all said and done, that cop who took my knife came back over to me and handed me my knife back and said, you could get in trouble for this. Like, be careful. I was like, man, what a guy, you know? What a nice guy to like give me that pass, you know? And then um and then when I'm leaving, my mom calls me frantic. She's freaking out. And I lived at home. She's calling me freaking out. And she's like, there's 2 detectives on our porch right now. I'm like, what? So yeah, they sent 2 detectives to my house. All because some random person said they saw us with guns. Um, so I told her what happened and stuff, and I drove home, and they actually waited for me to get home. So when I got home, I just talked to them for a minute, and they left. But that was crazy. All for nothing, man. So I was like, all right, if I see some little old lady, can I just call the police and be like, oh, she has hella guns? And then you're going to send detectives to her family's house? Yeah, I like ceremony. You are the leader of the variety cartel. Tuesday night live stream. What up, Ruben? But yeah, so that's what happened when uh taking an L on the Space Jams gave me pneumonia and got me detained by freaking 12 police officers. Look, the Green Knight was the bad guy, but we got him at the end. You know what I mean? We got him at the end, so it's all good. Um Dude, I'm really upset cuz my TikTok was supposed to blow up, dude. It's such a good one. It's such a good one, and it did not blow up. It hasn't even no likes. Like what, dude? This TikTok is so good, and it is not. It's crazy, dude. It should be blowing up. Should be blowing up. Dude, you know what? I want a shield. I want like a coat of arms. I want to get a Vertlife or Variety coat of arms. You know what I got? Bay Area throwbacks. I can't do anything with it yet. Well, I can, but it would be a waste of time. But I had someone do like an old fashioned like VV for like a baseball hat. So it kind of, I want to do like a felt, old school like felt style baseball hat, or like with the felt patch. And it's like an old school VV. My niece is a character. So is my nephew, dude. This kid is crazy. Dude, I gotta find this shot. I'm not gonna stay on much longer. I gotta find this shot, though. Dang, is it at the end? There's a funny shot of my nephew. It's one of these. Dang. Dang, I don't know where it is. There's a funny shot of my nephew swinging the sword, though, and he's got a face like he's really at war. Dang. Where is it? If you have not watched the Modesto Nuts video, please go watch it. Please. Please watch anything, man. I need something to happen with my life. Something to happen, dude. Cause look, I'm over here dancing around with plastic swords doing the robot at medieval times. Like, what else? What else does YouTube want from me, dude? You know? I don't know where that shot went. Never mind. Anyways, what's up with you guys? Yeah, cool encounter with cop 280 near ceremony where we cops and trees had it 8. CHPS is where it was, which we denied, and then gave it to him. He smelled it. Said, that's a good stuff. What? That's crazy. Thanks again for coming out to Modesto. Thankful to have Modesto Nuts immortalized on your channel. Thank you, man. Thank you for the hospitality. Don't know about the new edits, but old edits will make that for you depending on how many you wanted to order. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that before. I can also get it done other places, probably for cheaper. But I do like their style of hats, so I don't know. Who knows now, though, you know? Who knows now? What does the hype thing do? I don't know. I've seen that, but I don't know. New hype thing for the Modesto video. Hopefully it helps. Thank you, man. Had it pop up. I guess it's like you can hype a video and just be like, oh, this video's cool. I give my points to it type thing. It sounds like gambling. I guess it's a funner way, but like, shouldn't that be what like a thumbs up has been doing all along, you know? But like, that's what always makes me mad about the YouTube algorithm in general is like, well, it's not just YouTube. It's also just people, just the way people are. And this is not a judgment on people. It's just saying, it's just kind of the fact of how people are. Like, you know, they choose to click on what they do. And a lot of us, you know, we're susceptible to just like clickbait. Like it sucks that a thumbnail is so important. Like a thumbnail can make or break your video. And like it shouldn't, right? It's like judging a book by its cover. It shouldn't, but it does. But like I always hate the fact that like I don't want to say it's not fair because it sounds like I'm whining, even though I kind of am. But like my videos, most of them have like a 98% like ratio. Like 98 likes to 1 dislike ratio. So like why doesn't the algorithm see that and be like, "Oh man, people 98% like ratio is pretty good. Maybe we should bump this, you know?" But it doesn't. It's like it almost feels like the likes are meaningless. I don't know if they are. It might help a little. I'm sure it helps somewhat. It's probably factored into the equation somehow, but like I feel like it should be a bigger piece. Like I have some videos that have triple digit thumbs up and no thumbs down. Like especially on the internet when people like to just be negative to be negative, to get that kind of ratio, you would think the algorithm would be like, "Oh man, people like this. Let's bump it a little." Yeah. But maybe not. I don't know. And it's even used to do customized one of one jerseys if you wanted. People get MLB jerseys that Mitchell and Ness didn't make, or players they didn't make, but those days are over. Yeah, that sucks, man. In the A area, is it just called a hyphy? What do you mean a hyphy? A, like as a noun? It's not a noun. If I ever get in this some money, a part of me wants to do traditional baseball customization with the option for 100% wool jerseys. That'd be so dope. That's funny. We said the same thing. Buster Posey jersey in pure wool. That would be cool. Um, I do have like some designs too. Like, I it really would have been dope. Like, if my channel was on, you know, like if it was big. What I kind of just daydreamed about this. That's why I got some of the stuff, the designs done that I did. But like, I thought about like when I did the Rickwood Field video, or I do any of those like the baseball history videos, basically. Like I've wanted to do like throwback style, but like variety. Like so, I got the variety logo, like hat logo, and just do almost like it's an old baseball team, you know. I've always wanted to do that, but my channel's not big enough. Instead of a hype, it's a hyphy. I would say no. Hyphy is more of an adjective. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to finalize how I'm gonna do these shirts, like the shirt I wore in the nuts video. Um, and I have 3 designs finished now, and I have like 4 others that I'm trying to finish. I haven't been working on them lately, but I have the candlestick one I wore, the Oakland Coliseum one that I've worn before in another video. I forgot what video. Actually, I think it was one of Gabe's videos. I don't think it was my video. And I did an Arco Arena one, a version of it. Um, and obviously, I want to do more, you know, Oracle Arena and all kinds of places. Um, I was gonna do a Jack Murphy Stadium also because I know some people in San Diego and my brother lives down there. So I was like, oh, I could do that and have like one of them, you know, model it. I got a whole plan. It's just I either need the money, like I want the money up front to get the shirts made, but I can also do like a pre-order. But like I really don't want to do the pre-order cuz I want the product just to be available and finished, and I know it comes out how I want it to come out. Um so I'm still trying to decide on that. Glad I was able to help with the video. Didn't think you'd add the signing of the wall. Of course, man. That was cool. That was super cool. Now if I don't know if the Pioneer League team is gonna be playing at John Thurman, but they better keep those signatures up. You volunteer as a tribute? Sounds gross, dude. um yeah, there's so many cool like merch ideas I have and stuff, but it's like I can't do them until or unless the channel ever was big, you know. But channel is not big, so you know. Like the nuts video, I'm looking at the stats, and the stats are pretty good, but it still only has 310 views. But click through ratio is good. Like all the numbers are good, but the algorithm just doesn't, you know. No subscribers from it. View duration's fine. Um yeah. Someone tell Brody Brazil to talk about it. I saw it because I saw he did a nuts video. um External sites, Instagram, on Android messaging, so someone texted it. I really wish too with YouTube, I really wish these lives and shorts were like more separate from the full videos. And that's what kept me from doing a lot of different style stuff now. Like I'm going to start uploading more shorts cuz I have a bunch of TikToks and stuff that I never put on YouTube. I'm going to start doing more shorts and stuff. I just don't like how messy it makes the channel. That's what makes me mad. Watch time from subscribers, 73% from subscribers, 26% from non-subscribers. So about 74 subscribed and about 26 not subscribed. Interesting. I don't know. What can you do, you know? What can you do, dude? Pioneer League coming to Modesto. I feel bad for Grand Junction though. I don't know anything about that fan base. I don't know where they played. I don't know. I have zero knowledge. But I kind of hope nobody cared about the team. That'll make me feel better. Because right now I feel bad. You know, that because obviously expansion into California is exciting. It's exciting for the Modesto fans, but it just sucks that it was relocation. Because I thought for sure it was going to be expansion with Long Beach, but, you know, guess not. They're working till the end of the month. That's cool. Sweet Precious National Headliner. I'll take that. Triple B's guest this Friday. Oh, yeah. Bay Area Throwbacks will be on Baseball, Bobbleheads, and Brews on Instagram. Go watch. It's a big deal. If you don't watch, be upset. I'll be mad at all of you. Talk to my lawyers. The algorithm doesn't take into account his crying time. Dude, they should factor that in. Shorts go crazy at me just showing baseballs. I get it, games. I don't even show me catching them, just the ball. Yeah. I don't know. That's funny, right? Like, I don't know. It's like you got to play the game. I just don't want to. I just don't like shorts. Like, I don't mind TikTok. Like, cause that's its thing. But like shorts on YouTube just like muddy it up. I'm fine with shorts if they were just more separate. Just keep them separate. Like I don't want them to show anywhere except for like if you go to my channel, there's a shorts tab. But I hate the fact that like if someone's searching for one of my videos, it's going to show shorts if I have a bunch of shorts. That angers me. And that is why my lawyers are drafting up paperwork right now. Really bad for Grand Junction. Props to the commissioner of the Pioneer League stating we didn't want this to happen. It's a sad day. Yeah, I liked his statement. I don't know much about the situation though, but I definitely feel bad. I don't know how invested those fans were, or like if it was a big fan base or what. I have no idea, but like I said, I kind of hope it wasn't too many people invested so that less people are hurt. You know, I guess we have to kind of look at it like Pioneer League is expanding, so it's sort of like how it was with, you know, major leagues back in the day and whatnot. So maybe some relocation is necessary, but it does suck. You know, it sucks. All right, Bay Area throwbacks. I will stay till 11:30. I was gonna get off, but I saw I'm almost to 11:30, so I'll keep going till 11:30. You know. Dude. This is funny, man. Shout out this guy. I'm not saying this to like insult or attack. It's just funny. But someone just left a comment on the Nuts video. And thank you for the comment. But it says, I'm lucky I've been to at least one Nuts game. Right? And then he says, fun fact. Fun fact. Jason Giambi played for Modesto, but back then they were called the Modesto A's. If you guys didn't know, now you know, dude. Now you know. Man, if only there was a video talking about the history of the Modesto team that shows a trading card of Jason Giambi on the Modesto A's. Why has nobody done that yet? You know? If only. If only there was a video somewhere. But thank you for the comment, because now we know. You know? Now we know. It's all good. It's just funny. I get, dude. Yeah, obviously didn't watch the video. Yeah, it's all good. I get so many comments like that though. That's funny. Where it's like, yeah, this person didn't watch the video. There was a, dang, what was the one? I won't remember now. There was one video where it was like the whole purpose of the video, and they're just like, hey, guess what? It's like, oh man, dude, if only someone did a video about that. You know? Have a Jason Giambi Modesto A's bobblehead. Do you? Can you show it to the Discord? I don't know if I've seen that one. Ah, that's so funny. But yeah, that happens a lot. I think it probably, I don't know if it's people that just kind of comment right at the beginning, you know? Because there was one, I forgot what it was, but there was one where I had like a whole section, you know, halfway through the video, 2/3 through the video. So I'm like, oh, they must have just commented before they got to that part, if they even finished watching, you know. Eric Burns, that's cool. Yeah, but you guys don't have this, though. You guys don't have this. You know? So, who's really winning? Who's really winning? Let me show this again. JoJo thanked me for my shout out, too. So, shout out, JoJo. If you want some amazing custom pennants, Miss JoJo76 on Instagram. Okay? Absolute fire. Absolute fire, dude. I always wait to finish a video to comment. Yeah, me too. I hardly comment anymore though. I only comment on like I'll comment on your videos. Like I'll comment on like if I know someone, but for the most part, I'm the type now where I just like I'll start to write a comment and it's just like, I don't care, dude. I don't care anymore. And then I'll just delete it. Storm clinch a playoff spot by beating the Valks. Valks could end up playing either the Dream or the Aces. Aces are on a 15-game winning streak. This is what Gabriel is saying in the Discord. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm mad this TikTok's not. This TikTok should be blowing up. It should be blowing up, dude. I did the greatest TikTok out there, and it's not blowing up. And that... not cool, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers. So the reason I haven't been editing as much right now, while I kind of stopped and we've been yapping. Oh, look, this is fun. Is because I need sound for the next step of where I'm at. And I don't feel like turning the sound up while I'm on the stream. And that is why I'm kind of at a stalemate here, which is fine, you know. Got to play the game how it comes to you. You know what I mean? Play the game how it goes. Play the hand you were dealt. Have you guys seen, what's it called? I posted in the Discord. I can't wait for that movie. Baby Doll, You're Dead. Oh no, One Battle After Another. Does Johnny Utah have a YouTube channel? I don't think so. He has a podcast he does with his brother, but I have not seen him post about that lately, so I'm not sure. But he is on Instagram, Jonathan Pine Photography. I tagged him in my post today. Did you get the Eugene Emeralds mascot bobble cheeks? No, I have not. No, I have not. Video you sent with you talking about unnamed players was gold. TikTok that should have blown up under the caption, that one sports guy. Wait, unnamed players? What video? Hold on, let me see the... what team was it? I'm doing two things at once because I'm a moron. Bobblehead butt? I don't know what to say. I'm trying to see how much it is. The Rally Squatch. Is this the one with the bouncing butt? Wait, the one with the bouncing butt has another dude on it too? I thought it was just... he's like twerking on him? On the umpire? That's only like $23. I can get one. Yeah, I'll get the Eugene Emeralds one eventually. And then I know they're gonna do a Cal Raleigh. I'm surprised like how much he embraces the big dumper thing. Cause I feel like I would be annoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna try to... I gotta get the other bobble cheeks just to compare and contrast at the very least, you know? Oh, that was That was the Latrell Sprewell one. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I posted on TikTok and it's not blowing up, and it should be. I think it's wrong. I think TikTok got it wrong. You know? Latrell Sprewell's 96-97 season was incredible, and it's obviously people are just, they refuse to hear it. They refuse to believe it, and TikTok is part of the problem. You know what I mean? Like, to put up the numbers he was putting up and be a high level defender. I mean, you might even say elite defender. He got defensive player of the year votes. Yeah, I'm gonna say elite defender. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around it. Elite defender while also putting up 24 points a game, over 6 assists a game. Doors that way, bud. You know? Hey, doors that way. I'm not gonna hear it. I'm not gonna hear it, dude. The fact that nobody brings up that season, just, it's a shame. It's a crying shame. You choke one coach. You know? You choke one coach. And suddenly, you lighting it up in the All-Star game doesn't matter. All right. All right, dude. I just don't, you know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. You know? Let's see. What else we got here? What else we got to talk about? Let me move this. Get my old thing back, dude. All right, I'm gonna look something up. I'm gonna look up Cal Raleigh because up until this year, I barely knew anything about him. Can Raleigh reach 60 homer plateau? Here's his path. How many games does he have left? Does he have 53? Yeah, he's 53. What's Griffey's most with the Mariners? 56? Wow. Within one homer of Mickey Mantle's record of 54 homers by a switch hitter. .62 home runs. Some is Aaron Judge's the AL record. Oh yeah. Griffey was 56 home runs. Dang, he did it twice too, 97 and 98. Dude, what was he, Latrell Sprewell in 97, dude? Wait, did Ken Griffey Jr. think he was Latrell Sprewell? It's funny, like I know I'm getting old because, like, I love seeing Cal Raleigh doing what he's doing, but then there's part of me that's like, I don't want him to break the records. just because I'm old and I'm hating, you know, like nah, I want Griffey to keep the Mariners record. If you have one piece of sports memorabilia from any sport but can't sell, what would you want? Well, the balls we were talking about last time are probably on my final list. So, one of Barry Bonds' record-breaking home runs. A Willie Mays home run ball. Maybe like Willie Mays 600 ball. Maybe. Is that ball out there? Like, did they even track that stuff back then? Like, is Willie Mays 500 home run ball, like, is that authenticated somewhere? Is that in the Hall of Fame? Where is it? But anyways, like Willie's 600 home run ball, maybe. Dude, Ricky Henderson's, I don't know if I'd want single season. No, probably all-time stolen base record, the base. Um, maybe like Joe Montana's helmet or something from the catch, or from the, I guess maybe the first Super Bowl right after that. Um, Steve Young's helmet from the Super Bowl would be super cool. I know I'd rather have Barry Bonds' record-breaking bat over the ball. I'd rather have the bat, I think. Those would be on the final list. Um, did you say sports memorabilia or any memorabilia? Yeah, sports memorabilia. Um, dude, like if it's even out there, but like Willie Mays Birmingham Black Barons hat or something, like game used hat. Who knows if any of that even exists, but that would be incredible. Um, like I always think like, Steph Curry's record breaking 3-point ball. That would be super cool, but I feel like it's too recent. So if I was to like have a genie give me this option, I'd want something that's harder to obtain. So that's why I'd want to go further back and get something from like Willie Mays, Jackie Robinson or something. Cause like wherever Steph's record breaking, like the all time 3-point record ball. I mean, that was a few years ago, Madison Square Garden. People know where that ball is. I don't know if it's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know where they put it, but it's somewhere. Steph has it. Someone has it. But like, if I just had this magic force, then I would get something harder to find, I'd probably go with something Willie Mays, like game used. Willie Mays bat, ball, uniform. Dude, Willie Mays game worn uniform from the catch. That might be it, you know? And then with the NBA, like Steph's record breaking ball, Clay's Clay's quarter record, but like I don't know if they used the same ball the whole quarter. They might not have. And then like NBA, nothing before like Michael Jordan, I am in love with enough to choose it over like something from Willie Mays or Joe Montana or something. Like so basketball would be out cuz it would be something from like Steph, and that is already like obviously not obtainable for me, but like I could go see it potentially, you know. So yeah, maybe Willie Mays game used jersey from the catch. Authenticated. So Kyle Raleigh thought he has a nice pop, not conventional defensively. Surprised he made it to the bigs and happy for him. Yeah, it's super cool, man. Like I love stories like that. So yeah, I'm trying to see. So he was called up in 2021. See, I didn't even realize like this is already his 5th season. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like his 3rd season. First season he was called up late. It looks like, I'm assuming based on the games played. He had negative WAR, and then played 119 games in year 2. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. But 2022, the Mariners were awful, right? Am I misremembering? Um, let's see, 2023. He actually had some MVP votes. He had better WAR in 2022. Played 145 games. Only batted 232. Um, Interesting. Dang, he had 27 home runs in year 2 though. 30 home runs in year 3. And only his second full year he had 30 home runs. 34 last year. Hit 100 RBIs last year. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that much about him to know his career trajectory so far, you know what I mean? Oh, he got the Gold Glove last year? I didn't realize that. Did he got the Gold Glove? He got the Platinum Glove. Interesting. He's from Tallahassee. Oh no, that's where he went to school. Where was he born? North Carolina. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know his career trajectory till now. Say I want Babe Ruth 60 in a season home run ball. That would be cool. I don't love Babe Ruth the same, you know? So like the thing is he's saying you can't sell it. So I would have to get something super hard to find with a lot of aura, but also means something to me because I can't sell it. It's like Babe Ruth, a Babe Ruth ball. If I could sell it, I would keep it for a little while, take a bunch of pictures with it, but I'd want to eventually sell it. And yeah, I totally get the Sandlot thing. There's actually you can get a replica Babe Ruth signed ball that's all like chewed up, just like in the movie. There's some place that sells it, like a movie prop. So I do want to get one of those. So if you see that show up on this shelf, don't be surprised. In the NBA, you use one ball the whole game. I thought they usually chose like a few balls. They'll choose like a rack of balls and they'll test each one because Steph's usually the one that tests. Cal Raleigh in 2019-2018. That's super cool. What's your take on Luis Suarez? He plays for Miami. MLS just recently got suspended for spitting in the face of another team's coach. I think I saw this on Reddit. Let me see. Oh yeah, this dude. Yeah, I saw this on Reddit. Let me see if I can find the video. I didn't know any of the context though. Craig Burley says MLS failed miserably for only suspending Luis Suarez for 3 games. I don't know what's up with the spitting. Dude from the Eagles spitting at Dak, but Dak kind of spit in his direction too. Spitting is just the weirdest, most cowardly thing, I feel like, you know? Are they going to show it? No, they're not showing it. I need a video. Oh, it was a Sounders staffer, it says? Or it was a coach? Or, I mean, I guess you can call him the same thing. I don't know. Bit 3 players? All right, so he's got an issue. Dude needs some help, apparently. I am, though. I found out it's called cute aggression, and I am afflicted with cute aggression, which means when you like someone, you do bite. I do bite. I am a biter. Oh my god, dude! I just saw the video. That's so messed up, dude. Yeah, to me, that's a longer ban than 3 games. Is this dude good? Like, how good is he? How good is Miami even? Outside of Messi, like, are they good? Dude, he should be suspended for the whole season, at least. That's assault. And it's like gross. Like I respect a thrown punch more than spitting. I might change my tune if this was a fan we're talking about, but this is a coach or staff or whatever. It's funny. This past season we had two players from North Carolina. North Carolina was represented heavy. What's your thoughts on Framber Valdez situation? What situation? Oh, um, yeah. Oh, there are updates. I totally forgot about this. I because he has a history of it too, right? I heard. Um, but it's like if your catcher just call time or something, like or just throw it. Like I don't know. Um, finds his chill. Wait, hints at sour feelings. So now he's complaining on Twitter. He posted some meme, but it's in Spanish, so I can't read it. Translates to don't cling to something that hurts you just because sometimes it does you good. He's talking about that 204 million they paid him. What is he? What is he talking about? Um. Oh, they might just be doing damage control, but the catcher says it was his fault because he hit the wrong button on the pitch comm. But his body language though. I don't believe that. I think he's trying to cover, right? Cuz he's um hold on. Sorry, I had the wrong browser up. Right here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, right here it says I pitched the wrong button on PitchCom. We have really good relationship. But nah, that's nonsense, dude. We saw his body language. You know what I mean? We saw his body language. Not been a good teammate all year. He is a head case. Yeah, people are saying the way Framber turned away instead of checking on him tells me otherwise. Yeah, nah, he's no way, dude. No way. I think he should definitely miss a start though, but it looks like he already pitched again, so you know. Sure, one ball. They send a player from each team to choose it. Reason I like because I think a rookie chose a dud ball one time. Oh yeah, maybe. I thought they chose like a small group of balls. Unless I'm just thinking they have a small group and they choose from that group. But I always thought they had that group set aside and they'll swap them out. Yeah, Suarez, he's at the end of his career now. He was good. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if he's at the end of his career, let him retire early then. Forced retirement. The NBA ball, there's a primary ball selected from 3 balls. The other 2 balls are only used if primary ball is unplayable. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So I guess I'm just not sure if with like Klay Thompson's third quarter, I don't know if they swapped the ball out, or if they had the same ball the whole quarter. Now they may have tried to have the same ball the whole quarter, but I don't know. You never know. On a timeout or something, they could have swapped the ball. Um, probably not based on that. If the primary ball is unplayable, makes it seem like something's really wrong with it. So it probably was the same ball. But I would hate to have this magic genie power and say, oh, Klay Thompson's 37-point quarter ball, and then I get the one that he only scored 4 points on. You know, it's very rare that the primary ball becomes unplayable. All right, well, you learn something new every day, dude. But either way, I wouldn't choose that over like a Willie Mays uniform, you know, jersey that he wore. Actually, here, let's see. Can you find this? Like, where is Klay Thompson's 37-point quarter ball? Dang, that was in 2015, man. That was over 10 years ago. January 2015. Quarter ball is at the NBA's official archives, specifically the NBA flashback section of NBA.com, where the entire third quarter performance is documented. Scored these points against Sacramento Kings at the now demolished Oracle Arena. Dude, Chat GPT, dude, or AI. This is Gemini, I guess. Look. Wait, where'd my browser go, dude? Look. At the now demolished Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Stupid AI. What link is this? I don't know. See, now I don't know if I can trust any of this. I hate AI. I really do. Oracle Arena. While the arena is no longer standing, you can find plenty of content about the game that took place there. How do I... Negative feedback, dude. Stupid idiots. Anyways. What did this guy say? Vividly remember everything is now 10 years old. I saw a video of it on YouTube 10 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy. That is wild. Where is Steph Curry's all-time record ball? I don't know. I feel like he has it. Or he gave it to his dad or something. Yeah, I don't know. That would be so cool to have, though. Mavs low-key have a squad next season. Is Kyrie still going to be there? See their current roster. I mean, you know, I've made it very clear that I am a Luka hater, so I agree with them trading him. Talk to my lawyers. So I wonder if Cooper Flagg's gonna start right off the bat. I mean, you assume, right? And is Anthony Davis gonna play? Oh yeah, Kyrie's hurt again, huh? Chucked the ball to his pops right after he did it. Yeah, I feel like I remember that. Let's see. A lot of height. Dang, they got like 4 players over 6'10". PJ Washington. Clay, D'Lo. Najee Marshall. Man, who is Musa Cisse? Max Christie. Yeah, PJ Washington is making over $14 million a year. Damn, Kyrie makes 36 million a year. Anthony Davis, or is that their full salary or yearly? That might be their full salary, huh? It's got to be. Dang. That's wild. Wish I could hoop, you know? Flag and Clay in the backcourt. Yep, D-Lo. Is that's yearly, so Anthony Davis makes 54 million a year. Way more than Kyrie. But is Anthony Davis gonna be ready for the season? Didn't he have a long injury too? Or am I tripping? Did Bay Area throwbacks fall asleep yet? Bro, Anthony Davis averaged almost 12 rebounds a game last year. That's actually pretty damn impressive. Anyways, all right. Peace, you guys. Have a good night. Better than Kai Cenat. See you guys on Sunday. Sunday night live stream. All right, go get a chili cheese burrito from Taco Bell. All right. Vertlife. Shot simple. Have a good one. I hope you're wrong about the Mavericks. Have a good night, y'all.